What's up guys, today I'm going to show you how you can build a store for an actual successful exit, and if you stay to the end I'm going to share a few bonuses that will help you make more money after you exit your store. I'm going to go over the best way to build a store from zero to actually having a successful exit, starting with the almost most important thing, which is picking your niche or product. So these are the best working niches right now, and I think they will last forever. So beauty, supplements, pets, kids, digital products. Pets and kids, they fall under almost the same category. Pet owners, parents, they would always like to buy stuff for their kids all the time, as well as beauty. People would always like to look better, and supplements, just because people also want to feel better. And of course here, MRR is key. So when you're actually picking your niche, you need to think evergreen. So the more evergreen it is, it can also be trending products, but evergreen. So if it's supplements, you can see it building a long time brand. It's good for buyers as well. And then all of those niches, people can add other SKUs to make it a bigger brand, scale it to 8-9 figures, and having it actually worth for a PE or a buying group to add it to their portfolio. And then the second thing you need to be thinking of is actually the logistics of those products. So you should avoid supply chains that are super complicated. You need to have constant communications with the suppliers. Buyers just don't like it. The leaner the business, the better it is. And when it comes to beauty products, supplements, if you ship from China and you don't actually have any certifications, no FDA, no nothing, you're just putting any potential buyer at risk. Buyers that are buying those type of businesses, they scale it to 8-9 figures. They need to have insurance, therefore they need everything to be checked, everything to have certifications, and then obviously having too many SKUs. You can build a supplement brand with hundreds of products, like My Protein, iHerb. It's not good, especially not if you want to exit yet. Or having a pet shop with lots and lots of products. There's no end to it, right? You don't want to have too many products that are not selling. You want to have top 5, maybe top 5. You can also have 1 or 2 products, or like a product with an upsell. This is pretty good. And you also don't want to have yearly commitments for supply chain. So you don't want to order in bulk. Preferably you don't want to hold any inventory at all. But once you scale, you can also pay as you grow, which is the best thing. And then obviously have suppliers that are based in the US or Europe. It's always good, especially with tariffs right now. And if they have FDA certifications, GTA for Australia or the EC for the EU, it's also very good. It shows the product is safe. Buyers are more confident when they're looking to buy this brand as well. These are the most important things to notice. Some of you are building an organic brand, and it's totally possible you can run up really good numbers with TikTok and Instagram only, but you need to be thinking ahead. You need to be thinking about someone who's actually going to buy your store. They want to have proven data. So you don't need to run any paid ads, but the best thing you can do, create new ad accounts. So Facebook, Google, TikTok, and have those pixels installed on your store just so you can start collecting data. But it's super important, because that's going to be one of the most valuable assets for any buyer who's going to buy your store. Now, you should also make sure to create your own content. Yes, you can start with using someone else's content or pay creators, but eventually you don't want to have anything that can screw the brand later on. And then obviously always work on improving the conversion rate. If you're on 0.2, 0.5 conversion rate, it's not really good. You want to build an actual brand. Aim to have it above 2%, 3%. And obviously I've seen brands with 10%, 20% conversion rate, which is amazing. Limit returns, so you want to make sure the product is actually good. Make sure to order the products yourself, test them, run some random checks as well, because that's just gonna cause returns later on and it's not gonna look good on the store. Another thing you should do is collect emails and user data. Almost like the pixels, aim to have as many email lists as possible. Make sure everyone is subscribed. You don't have to run email campaigns yet, but just make sure to have them as subscribers. And then of course, one of the most important things is to have a dedicated ad account for the store itself. I've seen way too many people running multiple stores under the same ad account, which is ridiculous. I understand the shortage with the ad accounts and them getting banned, but at the end of the day, it's almost the most valuable asset your store can have. So you don't want to mix it with any other store data, and you want to make sure you can transfer it to the new owner as well. And then another super crucial thing, this is more coming up to the exit itself, is preparing all of your documents later on for due diligence. You want to collect all of the receipts you're paying for the supplier, the ads, your VAs, content creators, whatever it is, as well as screenshots and bank statements of money coming in. At the end of the day, you would need to have proof of money going out and coming in from Shopify itself. This is the step-by-step process you should do once you actually want to sell. Create your P&L. I attached the link in the description. You can make your own copy. From there, you should create your executive summary. It should outline what the business does, your operations, highlight your numbers, your goal and your vision to the brand. From there, you should build a data room, which is what I explained earlier on, where you collect all of the documents to back up your P&L. From there, you should actually get to listing. You can do it yourself on Facebook groups, marketplaces, but it's going to take you a long time. You can skip 90% of the process by working with us. I own Wasabi, which is a brokerage for digital businesses, e-commerce, agencies, and software. We take care of the whole process for you. Of course, we will need your cooperation, but at the end of the day, we'll aim to get you the highest price possible, and there are zero fees up front. The next thing you should do is speak with buyers back and forth. Make sure you get on calls with them, discuss back and forth. Don't hide any information that's gonna raise red flags. From there, you should either accept or negotiate the LOIs you're getting. And then once you accept them, go through the diligence with the buyer, give them backend access to the Shopify, give them access to the data room, which will most likely be on the Google Drive. Once they finish the due diligence, you should sign an asset purchase agreement with them and complete the deal on escrow. Here are a few bonuses you can do to maximize what you're getting after the exit. You can negotiate to stay on for equity. For example, if you're the main content creator, continue on making content in exchange for keeping a percentage in the brand itself, or offer to do the same management for a retainer plus a percentage, just to avoid the overhead of owning the brand yourself and having more liquid cash. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't stay on, help the buyer, and make sure they actually succeed with the brand.